Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Dazzie's top 20 selling comic books of the week, episode 62. And today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week of the 28th of February 2020. Since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. Here is this week's top 20, guys. As always, let's find out if you can beat me. You know, I always used to think, how do actors remember their lines? But I've said that so many times, it's ingrained in there now. Starting in at number 20 in our list this time around. It's a book from the Bronze Age. It is Marvel. This is a book that's never really stopped selling. From 1977, we have, guys, Miss Marvel, issue number 1. Classic cover. I recently picked up the first appearance of Carol Danvers, so hoping to add that book to my PC at some point, but I'm not going to overpay for that one. Well, that book sold 14 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 97%, and a high sale CGC 9.2 went for $140. Number 19 on our list is a book that's high on my radar for this year. It's from 1980. We're talking Bronze Age Marvel again, and this is a character who is supposedly getting her own Sony live action movie and is rumoured to be appearing in the Spider-Verse sequel. The book in question, guys, Amazing Spider-Man issue 210. Of course, the first appearance of Madam Web. I'm at a big con on March the 21st. There's a nice selection this time round at the Birmingham Con of artists to get books signed as well, but I would love to pick up that Spider-Man 210 there if I can. Well, the book sold 12 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 132%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a whopping $545.90. I remember we could get good copies of that book in about the £20 to £30 range, so crazy what a movie bit of movie gossip will do. 18 on our list, and everything Batman is very hot, as we know at the moment. This one's riding off its coattails a little bit. It is Batman issue 86, guys, from the current run. What can I tell you about that one? Well, it sold 14 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 117%, and a high sale raw went for $9.99. So for a book that's barely a couple of weeks old, it's doing all right, having doubled in price. 17 on our list, and this is a book that I've spec'd on for a long time, and I spec'd on it 2 or 3 years back when I grabbed it. I just thought it was a matter of time before that character and Marvel Spotlight 32, the first Spider-Woman, blew up. We know what's happened to Spider-Woman in the last couple of weeks. Well, of course, the book from 1980, more Bronze Age Marvel, The Savage She-Hulk, issue number 1. The first appearance and origin of the She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. Now, if you've been following my channel closely, you'll have seen a news bulletin recently. I think it was episode 2, where I've discussed that Mark Ruffalo is now in talks to be appearing in the She-Hulk TV show, and it, by all accounts, is going to be following closely the comic story where Jennifer Walters gets a blood transfusion from Bruce Banner. So I've read it. Obviously, it's a great read, this book. It really is. I always love She-Hulk in the animated shows as well. Classic, absolute classic. Well, the reason this one's still going strong, there are rumours now that Alison Brie from Glow on Netflix has got a lockdown on the She-Hulk role. I've seen an interview and she's not saying no, so a good chance of that. If you haven't seen Glow, give it a chance. It is some good humour in that female wrestling show. Well, this book sold 15 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 105%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a nice $415. Now, what surprises me is the first Madam Web, who hasn't actually been confirmed concrete as yet of getting anything, is selling for over $100 more, $130 more, in fact, for a 9.8, which is crazy stuff. We've also got the first appearance of Nicholas Trask in this book, the origin of Bruce Banner, of course, retold, and a beautiful cover homage to The Incredible Hulk issue 1 from 1962, the book that started it all. 16 on our list. Of course, Punchline is on fire at the moment in the Batman books, and people seem to be comparing it a little bit to this character. When this character first came out, this book was on fire too, and it still sells well. It's from 2017, the book in question, Teen Titans, issue number 12, of course, the first full appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. So it sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 107%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $314.99. I thought I missed the boat on this the week it came out, but a couple of weeks later it's still in my LCS, and I still bought this for £3.20. But there's a little bit of damage in the interiors on one of the pages, so they probably put it up there thinking nobody will buy it, but you know, Dazzie, you'll grab it. And I've got the variant too, which I think I paid £8 for. 15 on our list, and it's more Bronze Age Marvel. We are getting strong rumours now that the Captain Marvel 2 movie will introduce Rogue as the villain. And Rogue's first appearance, of course, is in Avengers Annual 10. Rogue is Anna Marie. She's been in so many different X-Men films, 4 in total. The first one, the second one, the third one, and X-Men Days, the Future Past. It's also the first appearance of Madeline Pryor's clone. A clone of Jean Grey as a child. Yeah, Maddie Pryor's nothing really to do with Madeline Pryor. Nothing in similarity. What can I tell you about this one? It sold 20 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 87%, and a high sale CGC 9.6 went for $249.99. I paid, for some strange reason, £18.63 for this. At one point I had another copy that was gifted to us. We're moving on to 14 on our list, guys. And this book is a book that I've seen, and I think I passed on it for about £10 once. We all saw the films. The Thanos saga. For me, Infinity War was better than Endgame. But it was just a massive Marvel opera, wasn't it? It was fantastic to watch. And this book is still firing out because of it. It is Infinity Gauntlet, issue number 1. A really iconic cover, which I very much enjoy. What can I tell you about it? Well, it sold 10 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 182%, and a high sale CGC 9.4 went for $81.99. You can see him around about the £30 to £50 range for Raw. 13 on our list, and this is a book I picked up a long time ago. It is from the naughty 90s, which is frowned upon in collecting days. But there's some pretty good keys I find in the 90s. We are getting the Venom 2 movie, and Venom 1 was okay. I'm hoping for a little bit more with number 2. I'm a huge Woody Harrelson fan, who plays, of course, Carnage in the sequel. He had a little cameo at the end. He's had his haircut. He's going short this time. He hasn't got the big ginger afro. But the secondary villain is Shriek, and Shriek's first appearance is in Spider-Man Unlimited. Now, Shriek is Frances Louise Barrison, and she, by all accounts, I think is going to be in the Ravencroft Institute and breaks out. I picked up that first appearance of that institute the other day in Spectacular Spider-Man 178, I believe. So this book sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 111%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $86.99. I paid £2 for this back in the middle of 2017, and this story continues in Web of Spider-Man, issue 101. Number 12 on our list. This is a good book to see. It's a DC book. It's from 2018. There are rumours that this character is going to show up more in the 5G relaunch that people are really frowning upon. The book in question, Sideways, issue number 1. Yeah, there's a book for you guys. This has got a vertical fold-out cover, this book. It sold 12 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 169%, and a high sale raw went for $19.50. I paid $2.75 for this back in March of 2018. I think it was the day it came out, actually. Pretty good read as well. Sideways is a character that's featured in Dark Knight's Metal and the New Age of Heroes storyline. So keep an eye out for that one if you can get it cheap. Number 11, and the first of our runners-up to the big top 10, is a book that I've only ever won one competition, and it was probably one of the better ones that I entered, and I was delighted. It was from Joker 68, and I managed to win Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 8. Classic cover, and basically the origin of Venom. Yeah, this is the origin of the black symbiote costume that becomes Venom. It's also the second appearance of Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter. And Spider-Man's new black costume is explained as an alien costume. Now, Spider-Man's black costume first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 252, Marvel Team-Up 141, and Spectacular Spider-Man 90, which were all published in May of 1984, 7 months before the release of Secret Wars 8 in December. However, in Marvel's continuity, the events in Secret Wars 8 take place before Amazing Spider-Man 252, Team Up 141, and Spectacular Spider-Man 90. So there you go. That's the huge breakdown on the symbiote suit. This is, of course, going to be even more expensive with the Venom 2 movie coming out. It sold 20 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 119%, and had a high sale CGC 9.8 go for $200. Like I said, was one of many great things I won from Joker 68. I won a Linda Carter autograph, John Bethnal, is it, or Bethnal, the Punisher autograph on a Walking Dead figure, numerous signed comics. I won the first appearance of I think it was Marvel Premiere, is it 47, the first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man. So great books. Thanks a million for that. So we're into the big top 10. And number 10 on our list, it is, of course, the big boy book. And there are a lot of rumours circulating about Wolverine at the moment. And his first appearance, or first full appearance, may I add, is in, of course, Incredible Hulk issue 181. I always find this one interesting, that what it is currently selling for, guys. Well, it sold 14 copies, and they averaged out at $2,195, guys. Now, I don't know whether you've been reading the rumours. I nearly made a bulletin about it, but it has since been debunked. But at one point, Henry Cavill, aka Superman, was being lined up for Wolverine. I could see it happening, but he makes such a good Superman for me. I wouldn't really want to see the switch, but it's better than Daniel Radcliffe. Harry Potter as Wolverine. What? Talking of Wolverine, and number 9 on our list comes from 1982. I'll grab it one day, but it needs to be in a nice grade, and I'm not overpaying. Wolverine, issue number 1, guys. Yeah, another iconic cover from Frank Miller. And the first solo Wolverine series, of course. It sold 16 copies this week at an average raw sale price of $37.38. Number 8 on our list. I'm going to sneak peek of a couple of books here that I picked up for my next haul. And there's strong rumours that this book has been optioned. And the book is from Matt Kint. And it is Bang number 1. Yeah, I got it. Bang number 1. This is cover A. Basically, a sci-fi author's impossibly keen intuition is evident by the highly capable characters created in his books, which may actually hold the key to saving reality or destroying it. And like I say, there is apparently a writer and director attached to this project. It sold 24 copies at an average raw sale price of $8.62. I picked this up in Bristol for £3.35. Number 7 on our list, and here's a book that I saw in my LCS, and it was £9, and it had just come out, and I thought, you're doubling your money here. Not for me. I'm not really a fan of this artist, But of course, it is Venom 23. It is the Scotty Young variant. It's got Donny Cates on the front cover. So effectively, Donny Cates' first appearance in comics. And Ryan Stegman's, I believe, as well. But Scotty Young does have an audience. He's got a market, and the book sold 25 copies, an average raw sale price of $15.37. I thought about grabbing it to flip it, but at the time, it was such small margin of profit, I went against it. But number 6 on our list, and this is a book I've had 2 or 3 copies of, and I've sold them off in the past for 5 or 10, pretty cheap. The book in question now is really on fire. There's a lot of rumour that this character is going to be appearing in the MCU, quite probably the She-Hulk TV series. The book in question, Hulk, issue number 1. Yeah, the first appearance of Red Hulk. General Thaddeus Ross, but he only appears in the cover of this book, so really it's a cameo, I would guess. Hulk 2, I suppose, is the real book. We've also got the death of the Abomination in this book, Emil Blonsky. But like I said, the Black Widow, spoiler, has been shown to be holding a red test tube, and they reckon that is what Thaddeus Ross is going to take to become the Red Hulk. This is the regular McGuinness cover. And this book sold 22 copies at an average raw sale price now of $43.83. Like I said, I paid £1 for this, and I've found 2 or 3 at £1 a piece. But what I really like is the fact that I have the 1 in 50 from Ed McGuinness. I paid £17 for this, and this is limited to 1,500 copies. If Red Hulk becomes a huge thing, I would like to get this book slabbed at some point. Moving on, and we go to number 5 on our list. And like I said, I've just said it, I'm a big fan of Woody Harrelson. And he's going to be a fantastic Cletus Cassidy. I really believe that. And like I said, the Woody Harrelson pictures have got this book in the eye again because it's still going strong. Amazing Spider-Man, issue 361. Of course, the first full appearance and origin of Carnage, Cletus Cassidy. This is, of course, the second overall appearance of Carnage, as he had a 1-page cameo in the previous issue of 360. I think I've got the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy as well. I think that was issue 344, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this book sold 30 copies at an average raw price of $43.66. I paid $50 for this. And it's a nice copy. When did I pay for that? Middle of 2018 at Collectomania 25, Birmingham. It's always nice to make a note of what you've paid and what year and things, I think, anyway. Number 4 on our list. Just showed you Bang. And I did look for this, but without any joy. Because as soon as the news hit, these were flying. And the book in question, very similar to the cover A, is Bang, but this is the Ashcan, guys. Ashcan, obviously a lot smaller than the regular sized issue. And I do like the premise of Bang. It sounds pretty interesting. Well, Ashcan sold 33 copies, an average raw sale of $15.46. Up next, I nearly made a hot comic book alert about this, but I pretty much think everybody knows the book. We are getting news of a Doc Savage movie. And Doc Savage first appeared in comic book form in Doc Savage issue 1 from Marvel from 1972, guys. I passed on a really ratty copy of this for about £10 a while back. I'm regretting it now because they're talking 50, 60 raw at the moment. And this is right way up to date. I mean, I'm looking at copies, and you're talking around about 50. But on this occasion, from last week, it sold 31 copies at an average raw price of $28.92. So you can see how much it's increasing. Doc Savage movie on its way. And I think The Rock was attached, I'm not sure. Number 2 on our list. Another sneak peek of what I picked up. And the second half of the big book, of course, of the week. And this book is Batman 89. Of course, the variant from Francisco Martina. This is the cardstock cover. And this is the first cameo appearance of Punchline and of the designer. And the designer's first appearance obviously just came out yesterday, I believe. First full appearance. So Batman 90 have been creeping up as well. But the prices for this book are just getting silly. Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, issue 3. What's it going for? 50, 60? Really? For a book that's just come out? Hell Arisen was a nothing title. Nobody was even buying it. And now suddenly that. And the very few people that were buying it probably couldn't even get a copy because people are going in. And then just trying to flip it for silly money. I've seen it's coming down now to about the £20 mark, which is more reasonable. I did look for it. Of course I looked for it. But no way on eBay would I pay anything resembling that sort of figure. I wouldn't even pay it for a Batman 89, which I think is the better book personally. Well, this book sold a whopping 142 copies with an average raw sale price of $36.38. Now I paid, what did I pay? £4.20 for this in Forbidden Planet. I had to drive all the way to Bristol. I was the first one through the door. They were all there on the shelves and I was limited to one. And not just one of each cover, just one. And so I went with the variant because I thought one of my RCSs held a regular cover for me and sadly not. So it is what it is. I've got the book. It's not the error version, but I'm happy to have it. But I'm not paying stupid money, guys. And please don't you do that either. Couple of good firsts in that though, cameos. So, number 1 on our list, and you've guessed what it is, guys, haven't you? Because I've just talked it up. Hands down the book of the week, we've got Joker's new henchwoman, Punchline. Is she going to be the new Harley Quinn? I don't think so. I think she's not going to be around as long as Harley Quinn, from what I gather in. But, you know, they keep trying to change the ballpark, don't they? You know, they keep trying to make it Hell Arisen 3, and then they're talking up issue 92 as the first full appearance, and that as a second cameo. But I have seen CGC labels now, and Hell Arisen is the first full, and Batman 89 is the cameo, guys. So don't get suckered into overbuying on 92, because I think they've brought Martina Artgerm's cover. I think that's going to be the first Punchline cover, isn't it? Did she appear on the regular cover? I'm not sure. No, I don't think she did. Well, anyway, I'm getting off track. The book of the week, guys, of course, sorry for rambling, is Batman 89. And let me get it back. Oh, it's just gone off the screen. There it is, guys. Batman 89, the regular cover. That is our book of the week, of course. Had it in my hand, put it back. Wasn't allowed it. And went to other shops, nothing going. I've tried 2 or 3 others. No copies available. So at one point my LCS couldn't even fulfill the subscriptions, which was very sad, but he tracked some down, so I'm glad for my friend Aaron. Okay, what did I get this week, guys? Can you beat me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50% for Daz this week, guys. If you like what you see, please subscribe, all that jazz. I just want to do a shout out to a couple of channels I've been watching a lot of lately. First and Keys does a great work. Not Quite Mint is a UK channel I've shouted out before. Really good content. And another UK guy just starting out, the Uncanny Comic Book Guy. 3 great channels, guys. Give them a watch if you can. That's Daz over and out. 793, a world record. Subscribers. Subscribe, bye.